Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen again. It's Lloyd from Blackpool Air Rifles, bringing you another video today on something new and exciting that we've got in this morning. Been waiting for these a few weeks now. In fact, they were shown off at the IWA and the SHOT Show in America a couple of months ago, and when we saw them we thought, yep, we really would like those. And there was a little bit of debate at the time whether they'd actually be imported into the country, but they've not only been imported, but they're actually here, which is amazing. In fact, actually, it's one of the first things from the IWA show, which is the big German show that I've seen that's actually turned up in the country, so that's really good news. So anyway, let's get on with it. What we've got basically is Umarex have brought out a new MP40 BB semi-automatic firing, I suppose you could call it a fun gun. And here it is. Nice little box, as you can see. They've made it look like a wooden box. It's obviously just cardboard, but you know, it looks nice presentation. And inside it, what have we got? Well, there's two different versions. There is a standard version, which is basically an all black model, or blue model I should call it, and there is the battlefield finish. I think it was also called the legacy model, but for some reason the word legacy seems to have been dropped over here, so it's just a standard battlefield finish. Anyway, as you can see, there's the box. You've got full instructions, obviously in English. You've got the magazine, you've got the rifle itself, and you've got a little Allen key, or a reasonably sized Allen key, which I'll show you what's going to be done with that in a minute. Okay, so let's have a closer look, and I'll give you some specs on this rifle. Okay, so as you can see, it's the MP40 or Smizer, very good copy of the Second World War German submachine gun that used to fire 9mm Parabellum. And they've done a really good job of this. Now I've actually got a soft air version of this, and that was fairly expensive, and this one is miles better quality, so I'm really impressed already just by looking at it. You've got the magazine, and I guess we're not going to do close-ups yet again, I'm sorry about that, but that is the magazine, and basically what you've got there is you've got a spring-fed BB mechanism for the steel BBs, and underneath you've got the little screw where you put the CO2. Now, I didn't realise it at first, but they do quote 200 shots per CO2. Well, actually, it's not per CO2, it's per twin CO2, because actually this takes 2 CO2, and I'll get around to that in a second. But basically, you've got a 50-round magazine, you've got 200 shots per charge, which is quite nice. I've already tested it. In fact, actually, if you ever go onto our Facebook page, you'll see I did a really cheap short video yesterday of me actually shooting the gun, so people could see what it's like. It was really good fun to shoot. Actually, it's got like a sort of semi-blowback mechanism, so there is a little bit of feeling when you shoot it, and it does feel really nice. And like I say, it is semi-automatic, not fully auto. I know that in America they can have fully autos, but over here, so there you go. You can see you've got the proper folding stock, so you press the button and that releases, clicks back. Okay, that turns round, so you can convert it into that. Okay, and the magazine is very simple to fit in. Okay, it just clips in like that. And you've also got, sorry, I'll just turn it round, I'm spinning it around like an idiot here. You've got a magazine release there, so press that and that will release the magazine. Everything's a nice fit, nice tight fit actually. They've done a really good job. Sorry I keep saying that, but I'm surprised. When I saw this on the internet, I thought it was going to be cheap and horrible, but it's not. Anyway, so basically you've got metal construction. This is plastic. I think on the original one, I think it was like a Bakelite material, but that is plastic. Underneath you've got a little safety catch, which is in a really good place there, and that just pushes. It's a little bit stiff with it being new, but as you can see, safe and fire. Which is a really nice touch. I'm glad they didn't put it on the side, because it would have obviously detracted from the realism of the thing. The bolt mechanism does move. Okay, so that moves the sliding cover backwards and forwards. Weight is, I think it's 3.5 kilograms. Velocity-wise, they are quoting 120 metres a second, which anyway, in old money, which most of us work in, is about 450, 460 foot per second. Hence, this is not designed for hunting. Please don't try to shoot anything living with one of these things. This is for tin cans in your back garden and just having a bit of fun. And obviously it looks great as well, so you know the collectors out there will love something like this. Right, what I'll do is I'll give you a quick rundown on how it works. Okay, so you take the magazine out and that Allen key that comes with it. There is a little screw threaded piece under here, so that unscrews. Okay, and the CO2 bulbs, one goes at head first, okay, then the other one, importantly, goes in tail first, because what it's doing is it's actually puncturing both bulbs, and there's a punch pin at the top and there's a punch pin on that bottom screw. Okay, put that back in. Usually they need a reasonable amount of tightening up to actually punch the bulbs, but generally you can feel something happening. There we go. Right, that's actually located now. That's actually gone right to the bottom, just about. No, it's not. A little bit more. That's it. You pull that all the way back to there, and just basically just pour the steel BBs in. You can hear them going in now. Actually, to be honest with you, it's actually easy enough just to even pour them in by hand. But if you have a little speed loader, that would make it a bit easier. I think that's enough. And what I've got is I've just put a target down behind the counter, because we're going to shoot this now so you can see the mechanism, and when there's no BBs in it, it will not fire. So all it is, in fact I'll show you the mechanism. I'm shooting it in safely. Okay. Really sweet mechanism. Nice trigger. And the bolts, if you can see that, I'll just point it safely. You can see the bolt recoiling, which is lovely. I think that's a fantastic effect, so that's really good. Right, just let me prove this, make sure it's safe before we carry on. Okay, and as you can see then, it wouldn't fire, basically. The actual bolt will stay open, so that's great. They're also doing a little sling for it, which I haven't got in stock yet. We've just ordered them, so we're hoping for the slings. And I think they've done a really good job of it. I can't think of anything else to tell you. Oh, the rear sight is a flip up, flip down rear sight. That's about it, really. What do I think of it overall? I really like it. Oh, price, that's what you'd be interested in as well, which is obviously important. At the time we're going to press today, which I think is the 6th of April, these are going to be retailing at about $3.29, I think it is. And like I said, this is the Battlefield finish, or the Legacy finish. They also do a blued finish as well, and exactly the same price. So, if you're into your Second World War replicas, and maybe you've got something like that already, because we sell those as well. That's another one from Umarex. That's the Legends World War II Luger. They're about £160. Again, that's got a battlefield finish. You can see you can make a nice little collection, and you can have a lot of fun with them as well. So I'm very impressed, really impressed with them. In actual fact, I think I might just sell my soft air gun and get one of these instead, because I think that'll be a hell of a lot more fun. Nice little tool. Last thing I've got to show you for today, because this is really all I plan to do. Oh, and another thing as well, I did promise a couple of weeks ago when I did the Leshy review that I was going to actually shoot, but I buggered my back up. I was basically sort of semi-disabled for about a week and a half. I couldn't shoot, basically. So one of the guys actually did take it down to Mad Air and he shot it, and he was very impressed with it. But what I'm hoping to do is we'll revisit that basically when I'm feeling absolutely top form again and I can get out and shoot, hopefully in the next week or two. So anybody that was hoping for a sort of Leshy performance review today, I'm very sorry, but I just couldn't do it. Last thing I've got to show you today, we also got these in because I never really paid much attention to these. There's a Peacemaker, and it's a custom shop edition, and we've all seen the Peacemakers by now, the Umarex Peacemakers, which are gorgeous. Again, I'm just really impressed with Umarex recently. I think they're pumping out some excellent quality products, and not just excellent quality, but people really want them, and people love them. And I know quite a few guys who have been into these Peacemakers, but they've just brought this one out, which is actually called the Single Action Custom Shop. Short barreled, as you can see. Steel BB firing only, 12 shots, 12 gram CO2. What's unusual, I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually got a spurred hammer. I don't I don't think it'd be a good idea to fan the gun, as in do that. But that's obviously what that was designed for. Maybe I'll check up on that. But what a gorgeous little gun! I think that looks absolutely fabulous. Only available in BB. And not hideously expensive either. I think we're going to be selling these for £139, which I think's great. That's lovely. So we're going to be stocking these as well as from today. Right, I think that's about it. I took up enough of your time. Thank you very much for watching yet again. Hopefully next week I'll try and get the Leshy, the proper Leshy review done. Just to let everybody know as well who's been interested in the Leshies, because they've been incredibly popular and we've had some fantastic feedback off people who already own Leshies. We're really looking forward to working with Ed from Edgun. Great guy, great communication as well, which is just so much better than some of the other companies that we've tried to deal with recently. Fantastic communication, very pleasant guy to deal with, and I'm really looking forward to getting them. But the main thing is, the next batch is all sold out. The batch after, which is coming about May, is about 2/3 sold already. We are getting the R3Ms in as well, the bullpup rifle, and Edgun's got some really cool stuff coming in the future. So we're very, very happy that we're going to be stocking them, and I think you will be too. Anyway, cheers, thanks very much for watching yet again, and I'll see you soon. Cheerio. I am not going to do any German impressions. We're not going to finish the video with hello impressions today, but that's cool. Right, did I forget anything? Was that enough? I got the weight, I got the, yeah, whatever. So it's all good. I'm not doing anything at all. I'm not doing anything at all, so you can turn that thing off now. But I do like that. I tell you what, that's, yeah. Don't record anymore. I've got nothing to say funny, remotely funny, but that's cool.